Hello everybody, it is Groundback, and today we'll be doing the best TERA tip for every ALOLA Pokemon. We're getting pretty close to the series. After this one, all we have is, I think 3 more, Hisui, Galar, and Paldea. But let's just get right into it, shall we? Starting with Alolan Raticate. So let me see if Raticate has the same abilities as regular, and it doesn't look like it. It does not have guts. That is really unfortunate. Gluttony is pretty good. Hustle is bad. Thick Fat is okay, but it's kind of random on Eradicate for of all things. Maybe it was a grass type, pretty good. This is much more awkward than I thought it was going to be. I assume it's just going to be easy as Facade and Guts, but obviously we can't do that. It's a normal type, so obviously it has a pretty good coverage. Zen Headbutt and U-Turn are looking pretty promising right now. Maybe not, let's see here. If you turn into U-Turn, it has to deal with rock types, fire types, can't really deal with those. Zen Headbutt does the same thing where it takes care of fighting types, but this time it hits them super effectively. I think you're weak to Bug still. And you're also weak to, let's see, Ghost and Dark. You can take care of Ghost with like stuff like Sucker Punch or just any, or your Dark Stab. How do you deal with Dark? Okay, U-Turn actually. So I guess we're starting off in a weird direction with, Psychic, Alolan Eradicate. Definitely not how I was expecting this to go down. But, hey, that's kind of why we do this. And why I do this blindly. And without any competitive knowledge. That is a half joke. I like to play competitive, but whether I'm good or not is completely up to you. Alolan Raichu, I don't really think I need to bother, looking up for. Because its entire thing is, it's doubling its speed during the Electric Surge. So, obviously you should capitalize on that, do as much damage as possible. Seems pretty self-explanatory. Now, Sand Slash, it's Slush Rush, so that's pretty good. But, Kale doesn't boost, or Snow, neither one of them really boosts, Ice-type moves. So, do you have to, stay one of your stabs? That might still be a good option. Because, obviously, Ice is a really good offensive typing. And with this, with, Ice, your speed doubled, you could definitely do a lot of damage with, any Ice-type moves. But let's see here. Leech Life, Poison Jab, Rock Slime. It does have coverage, but nothing I really like. This might just have to be a Icicle Trash. Oh, I definitely gotta use that one day as an insult. But yeah, you probably just want to make this thing TERA Ice, just maximize damage. Alolan Ninetales, I think, is a very different story. I think you want to make it TERA Water. It sits up the Aurora Veil. You don't like having a 4 times weakness to Steel, so with water you resist that. So you're fine. You get to have last longer with a much better typing. So I think that seems pretty good. Now, does Duck Trio have Arena Trap? Let's see. Sandview. Wait, which is the? Does it not have it? Doesn't it have Arena Trap? I'm literally looking at the stats right now. Of course it doesn't. Well, that is unfortunate. What does this guy even do then? Oh no, wrong one. What does this guy even do? What does Tangling Hair do? The speed? I guess you're just going with Sand Force to make this thing hit really hard and Sandstorm, so I guess you're just gonna make a TERA Ground. Very boring, but I don't see anything better. Persian should be much more interesting, however. Because that's Fur Coat. which literally doubles his defense, which is really good. But Technician's also good as well. So do you want this thing to be more bulky, or do you want it to hit very hard with willpower moves? So with Technician, you chilling water if you want that for whatever reason. Fake Out, obviously, that's always a good one. You have to hidden powers if you want some surf coverage, I guess. But I don't really like it, especially now. Wait, its special attack is higher than its. Wait, what? 70 might convert to 60? Is that no, the original Persian can't be. Oh, it's reversed the original Persian. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, so maybe you can consider these like special moves. But what that's the case, what do you... Trailways is kind of interesting, but I don't think you have any like ways to boost your... We have Nasty Plot. This might sound weird, but Nasty Plot Hyper Voice I think sounds pretty promising. Because with the Fur Coat, you're boosting your defense. And like 99% of like all fighting moves are gonna be physical. So I'm pretty sure you can handle that weakness pretty well, especially you have like Play Rough, right? Yeah, Play Rough, and then like I don't think there's a hidden power Fairy, but like a hidden power Psychic. That's like Technician boosted. That seems pretty good. Or maybe you still use Play Rough anyways, just for like just for coverage. And do you have like Thunderwave and Trailblaze as well? U-turn. Yeah, I think I actually really like that. Let's go with normal. Now, Alolan Golem. Like, if you guys don't know, because it's been like forever since he's been like a lot in the game. But he has Galvanize. All normal type moves become electric. And he has Explosion, baby. So let's go. TERA Electric. Do the boom boom pow. Everyone's happy, especially me. Because I love it when they go the boom boom. I love Explosion so much. I hope it never changes. Alolan Muck. One of my favorite regional variants, and the one that I used when I first played Pokemon Sun. Poison Touch, Gluttony, Power of Alchemy. That's a funny name for like for an ability for Muck to have. All these are pretty good. It's a Muck, so, you know, its attack, HP, and special defense are all pretty good. And what's normal? Normal type explosion. I cannot talk. I am sorry. Explosion is funny. That is all you need to know. But it has like good coverage. Like it has like fire coverage, Giga Drain, Gunk Shot. However, I'm thinking you probably want to just go with Stab because he hits pretty good. Not to mention the one thing he's weak against, Ground. Well, you have Giga Drain, but it doesn't really seem worth it. So you probably just want to go like full on offense. And if that's the case, Dark is probably much better than Poison, especially with the Gen 9 meta with stuff like Goldango everywhere. Alolan Executor is interesting because isn't he supposed to be a physical attacker? He has Frisk and Harvest, which both kind of suck. Oh no, he's mostly a special attacker. But he has I think this is the one more. I don't know why I'm failing to talk so much. But Dragon Hammer was introduced in Gen 7, right? So weird that that's what they gave for a signature move. But he does have a lot of options, which is pretty nice. He has very good both for physical and special, which I really appreciate. Wait, Wood Hammer is 100%? I thought it wasn't. It has Teleport? Oh, that is interesting. Really interesting. So this can do whatever there's a lot of options you can go here. I don't really see anything going wrong. Shame it doesn't have Dragon Dance. Or at least I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. So both Grass and Dragon seem perfectly acceptable here. I would say, or both Outrage and Leaf Storm both hit very hard. You definitely want to get rid of your Ice Fortune's weakness. So I guess there is Fire for that. Oh, and it's a grass type, so it can handle like fire's weaknesses very easily. Not to mention it's a dragon, so it's also thematically fitting as well. Alright, where we go? Terra Fire. That seems pretty, yeah, that seems perfect. Alolan Marowak. You are a really awesome fire ghost type. With your thick club, you hit really hard. So, where do we want to put you? I don't know, I have the caps lock on. So Curse Body, Lightning Rod, Rock Head, all of those are really good. What Raycon moves does he learn other than Flare Blitz? Actually, I'm already... Okay, Terra Fire's Power is going to go. But just to make sure, let's look at some of the other stuff. Flare Blitz, Iron Head. Nothing here I really like. Does he have any... Yeah, I don't see anything else too interesting. I think you just make a Terra Fire. Since it already can use Flare Blitzes for free, so you might as well capitalize on that. Decidueye is a grass type, and it has good physical and special. But I'm not even going to bother looking at it. I've learned from this series that the best Terra type for grass types is usually fire, because they can handle all fire's weaknesses extremely easily. Incineroar, on one hand, your Intimidate and your Fake Outs are pretty good, and Parting Shot. There might be an argument that made to make it like fighting or fire, because there's a lot of fighting coverage, and it also has a lot of good fire moves like Flare Blitz. But I think you want to make it dark. Not only is his signature move dark, but the way I see it, it's already really good with a lot of stally stuff. Like I said, Fake Out, Parting Shot, etc. So I think it would kind of suck if it was really susceptible to prankster Pokemon. So that's another reason. But I think the main reason is mostly because Dark is already pretty good, type on its own. You get rid of your fire weaknesses to water, ground, and rock. And not to mention you can handle Bug pretty easily. It sucks you're weak to Fairy now, but not every Pokemon can be perfect. Unless you're actually no, I don't think there's any Pokemon that can be perfect. Even Mewtwo in Gen 1 have its flaws. Now, Primarina is a weird one, because it already has the two best defensive types in the game. Water and Fairy. Not counting Steel. I think it's debatable, in my opinion. So... do you make it... I don't really know if, does any, type in particular, give it a big benefit? How do you spell Primarina? Am I forgetting how to spell it? I'm just gonna look for it. Well, I try to think about... I'm leaning on Terra Water. Oh, I forgot the R. That's what it was. I'm dumb. So all sound-based moves become water type. Okay, so obviously it learns Hyper Voice. Which, not as good as Pixelate or Aerial or whatever, but that's still pretty nice. Parashock becoming water is actually pretty funny. Oh, it's the same. Sparkling Aria has the same base power as Hyper Voice. Just because it's inferior, then. Yeah. I think Primarina is definitely just gonna be water, because it seems like it wants to use powered up Hyper Voices. So that seems pretty simple. Toucanon Sam. That was a dumb move. Or wait, how do you spell? His name is Toucanon, right? Am I just dumb? Am I forgetting the names of all these Pokemon? Oh no, I just can't freaking spell. I am sorry, everyone. I don't know what is wrong with me. You can make fun of me in the comments if you want. But Sheer Force and Scaling are both two amazing abilities, and that's a pretty good attack stat. So let's see. Burns contact with the user before it moves. Interesting. I remember I remember using a signature move back when I played the game, but I have literally not thought about it since. But Flame Charge is pretty good. Knockoff. Where's Overheat? I need to learn about what this guy's dex entries are, because now I'm curious. It has Rock Blast, which is good for skilling, Seed Bomb, Tailwind U-Turn. Bolt Seed can also be pretty good. But I'm not sure if like turning it to Terra Grass is really good. Fury Attack is actually pretty funny, but I doubt that's probably inferior to just using a regular normal move. Surprisingly, does have Guts. Fusing would work with Guts. You could give this thing coverage, but how does that really help it? Or what can you really give it that like it can handle with this like flying stab? If you give it a rock, it's weak to ground, steel, fighting. It could take care of. Yeah, I don't really see coverage really helping. I think you just want to go with stab. And if you're going with stab, I think flying is by far the best one. So yeah. Gumshoes. Please tell me I know how to spell this one right. Yes, I do. Let's see, your Stakeout. The Pokemon's offensive side is doubled against a target that switched this turn? That's interesting. Oh, adaptability. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother looking at the coverage. TERA normal. Hit everything incredibly hard. Vikavolt, on the other hand, should be interesting. Let's see here. There's a totem, but where is regular? My eyes. I'm just gonna press the totem. It doesn't really matter, right? It's the same moveset either way. So acrobatics, bug buzz, energy ball. I was going to say maybe grass, but now that I think about it, with levitate as its only ability, does make this thing Terra Electric. With energy ball, it could take care of like any ground types, and it'll have no weaknesses. So yeah, that seems pretty straightforward. Let's see here. Crabominable. I already thought about this beforehand. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be a fighting. But let's see. Hypercutter. This Pokemon can prevent other Pokemon from avoiding this Pokemon's attack stage. Iron Fist, Anchor Point. So the first two are pretty good. Anchor Point is okay, but mostly situational. Really good attack. So what? Ooh, Crab Hammer. That makes sense, but that's actually something to really consider. But what punching moves does it learn? Power Punch, but like that doesn't really help. Thunder Punch, but you want more than that. Dynamic Punch. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything to really help with like Iron Fist. I probably want to stay with Hypercutter. But now that I see Crab Hammer, that's probably what you want to do instead. Not only would it help it defensively, which is so desperately used because it's really slow, but also having Ice, Water, and Fighting Stab sounds like it would be a monster offensively. Oh god, it's the freaking birds or Corios or whatever they're called. I'm not looking forward to this because I know these guys are very good. And they don't need Terra Blast because they also have their own signature move. They have Quiver Dance, Revelation Dance. This one's Terra Fire, so I guess you just make it Terra Grass because they can handle that really easily. Hopefully this won't be as hard as I thought it is. This Oricorio is Psychic Flying. So what would it be weak to? Dark, Ghost, Ice, Rock, Electric. So what would you really be scared of? You probably just make it Terra Fairy. That sounds like it can probably take care of most of the stuff it's worried about. This one is Electric Flying. So that's like the easiest ice type I can really think of. Or all of these would probably go with ice. And this last one's Ghost, right? It is Ghost. So what do you really struggle from with Ghost? I guess Dark and other Ghost types, so I guess you just also make it Fairy. Ghost and Fairy seems like it's really good offensively. Alright, so Combi. Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz. You probably just want to make it like Stab. Bug. That seems pretty good. Can't really think of. I guess it's also Fairy. But for the sake of like having more diversity, I'm putting it in like obviously Bug. Now I think all three of the Lycan rocks are probably gonna be in TERA Rock because they have really good like stuff like Stone Edge. But I can't really see any other like coverage moves being better. So I think you just want to hit as hard as possible with like a Stone Edge or just any rock moves like Stellar Rock. Wishy-Washy is interesting because it already has a pretty good defensive typing. So I'm assuming you just want to take out, just use things that can take on grass and magic exactly. So I suggest that it's probably best to make it like dragon type. Because the way I see it, dragon is already a pretty good defense type on its own. And I think you technically have more resistances, if I remember correctly. Or maybe you don't, maybe it's the same. Let's see, your water resist steel, fire, water, ice. Is that all of them? Okay, the same amount of resistances, but they're for different ones. What the heck do you make Toxapex? It is already really good. I don't think Toxapex really wants to, like, TERA, so it doesn't really matter where I put it. So I think I'm just gonna put it in Poison just for the sake of, like, giving Poison something. But if you guys can think of, like, a place to put, Toxapex, let me know. But I'm assuming, there's nothing, good in particular. You just don't tear something else. Now, I'm pretty sure Mudstone is just gonna be in, TERA Ground, but just to make sure. See, this is exactly why I checked. Close Combat, that is actually pretty cool and really good. Earthquake. Heavy Slam's also really interesting. Actually, Heavy Slam. So let's see here. If you become a Steel type, you're weak to Ground, Fighting, Fire. It can take care of Fire types easily. And its main ability is literally, like getting defense every time it's hit. So it can probably deal with most earthquakes or fighting types eventually. So, yeah, that seems... I like that a lot, actually. What's the name again? Araquanid or whatever? Actually, I don't think I know its name by heart. I think it's Arachnid, but just to make sure, I'll just put Bug Water. I was right, actually. Huh, what do you know? So, Water type moves, powers ×2, can't be burned. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. This seems like a very easy TERA, Water. And Lorantis is a very easy TERA Grass. Especially since it lost superpower. Oh, poor Lorantis. That was so uncalled for. I feel so bad. Lorantis is pretty cool. What the heck is your name again? It's not Shroomis, is it? I do not know how you pronounce that. But this is a grass, rain dish. That's weird, but also interesting. It's a grass and fairy type with Weather Ball. So, yeah, I don't think there's much to go over. Probably just make a TERA Fire. Like, also with the Rain Dish, it can be like a TERA Fire grass type that can easily take out its counters and also work in the rain, especially with Weather Ball. So that's like a really interesting, weird combination that I can't really think of anything that can go wrong. Like 0% chance anything goes wrong. Let's go. So as always, either TERA Fire or Flying. Fire probably makes the most, or yeah, so also Fire in a way. So there's no reason just to TERA it just to make it like survive one earthquake. It'll just die to the rock slide the next turn. Beware. Beware. You have that fluffy ability too, which is pretty nice. You take more damage from fire moves. Wish you had guts. That would make things more funnier, but you don't. You have Zen ahead, but I don't think anything that really helps, I guess. I guess you just want to make it just a pure fighting type, just to hit very hard. I don't really see like anything else that really helps. I thought it'd be normal, but even then, like fighting is definitely better. You have to choose, that and normal. Zarina is interesting because it has Queen's Majesty, so this Pokemon and its allies are protected from opposing priority moves, which is pretty cool. Nothing else really matters. Its stats are actually a lot better than I thought they were. Not gonna lie. It then has like acrobatics, fairy coverage, obviously has good grass moves, high jump kick, knockoff, play rough. Triple axle, that's pretty cool actually. So this thing hits hard. And I think you definitely want to hit harder with high jump kick. Yeah, I don't really see you wanting to do anything else. Yeah, so definitely TERA fighting. And this thing has stab draining kiss. There's not much else you can do. And Oranguru is a trick room setter, mainly works in doubles. So I think you want to make him TERA Dark, mainly so that he doesn't have to worry about prankster Pokemon. Not only that, but like being a psychic and normal type, he can handle most of Dark's counters, like fighting, and he's pretty special defensive, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. So Fairy isn't the worst thing in the world. Still weak to Bug, but like Bug isn't like that common in the first place. And then you're just TERA fighting. I don't really see any reason for you to be anything else. Hit hard with close combats, and then you can like copy like your ally Pokemon's like ability, I guess. I don't know. I can remember your name. Actually, no, I can't. I really can't. But you're TERA Bug. Or TERA Water can also work. But come on, first impressions, it's so iconic. Kinda have to. Not to mention, I would still argue that's pretty good. Palisand is interesting because it gains a huge defense boost from water moves. But I mean, would you make it TERA Water? So Ghost and Ground is pretty good offensively, but you can make it Grass. But if you make it Grass, how do you handle, like, let's say, flying types? I can't really think of anything. If you make it Water, they're weak to Grass and Electric. You can easily take care of Electric, but maybe instead you just go for the Ghost angle. You just like hit very hard with like Ghost moves like Shadow Ball. Like that's a pretty decent special attack stat. So yeah, why not? Let's just go and make it where's Ghost? Yeah, Ghost. Pyukumuku can't fight back, but I think you want to make it TERA Steel, so at the very least you can't get toxic poisoned. Which I guess you can also do with poison, but like it wants to be a defensive tank, so just make it the best defensive type in the game. Now Savali can be any type it wants, so should I make a gimmick video on every Savali type? I did that with Arceus. I wonder if there's a tier list for every Savali type. If there isn't, just like with the Arceus one, I might have to make a tier list. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I will make a follow-up video for the best TERA type for every Savali disc. So for now, any of these not have a? I guess all of these have one. That's actually kind of surprising. I'll just put it in Poison, just to weird someone out who like skips through the video. Your name's, is it Cosmodem? I don't think I know the name by heart, so just to make it easier, just look up Flying Rock. No, Minior. Okay, yeah. I'm so glad I looked it up. So, pretty good. Wow, that's actually pretty fast. This thing has pretty good coverage. Dazzling Gleam, Power Gem, Cell Smash, Rock Slide, Stone Edge, and Headbutt. A lot of these seem good, but this thing really can't be anything at once, can it? I guess you can also like use Terra Blast to make it like flying, so it hits really hard with Stab. I think I kind of like that the most, actually. I was kind of considering Terra Fairy, but let's give this guy like some good stab, like special or physical. Wait, that's actually something that's really cool. Cell Smash boosts both physical and special. So even if you get like intimidated, or you like lose special attack because of whatever reason, Terra Blast will still hit really hard. Okay, I love that so much. Oh my gosh. Where are we now? No one uses this thing. I'm just gonna put it in Terra Normal. I don't think anyone really cares. I don't think you care. No one cares. Turtonator's pretty cool. It is a fire and dragon type. I think I really like that type combination. And I feel like I can already handle most of his weaknesses pretty well. I think you're mostly worried about the fire weaknesses. So Terra Dragon just hitting with Stab Draco Meteor sounds really nice in my opinion. Mimikyu should be interesting. It has good Ghost Stab, good Fairy Stab, but in my opinion, I think you like Ghost Stab more because I think you love to just hit stuff with like Priority Shadow Sneak. Surprised we have more stuff in ground. That's actually kind of surprising. I forget what your name is. Man, I'm forgetting a lot of these. Maybe I should have done this with somebody. Do you guys actually care that like, I keep forgetting? Or I just don't remember a lot of these Pokemon's names? Let me know in the comments. Bruxish. Okay, I should have remembered that. But like, if you guys like actually care that like, if you guys actually care if for me to actually like, you know, remember the names, let me know. But it has like Strong Jaw. And then the other two, what's Wonder Skin? Status moves with accurate checks are 50% accurate when using the Pokemon. That's interesting, but it's a Bruxish. Okay, I give up. I'm not gonna bother saying the name. I'm sorry, y'all. But you have good Psychic moves, good Water. But I see Wave Crash, and you have Aqua Jet, so I think Terra Water's probably the best. And then Grandpa, you obviously just want to nuke with like Draco Meteor, because that's what it did in the lower tiers of like Gen 7 and I think Gen 8 as well. I can't. How do I keep forgetting these names? What is wrong with me? I'm a fake Pokemon fan. I was really thinking about this because when I thought about the video, I was thinking about like that one in particular because it has like the ability that gets to like Steel Stab. What is actually wrong with me? Demise. How did I forget that? I am. I have a problem. But this thing has Ghost Stab, it has Steel Stab and Grass Stab. But I still think like all the other grass, you still want to make it fire. But this time it has 4 stab moves. And that actually sounds pretty terrifying, not gonna lie. Como-O should be really interesting. So let's see here. I just want to see what its coverage is. Because I think you would want to make it something that deals with fairy types. But let's see what's the best thing you can have for that. Boom Burst is interesting. And because of its Z move as well as its signature move, you can actually get 2 Omni Boosts, which is actually pretty cool. Earthquake, Flamethrower, Iron Head. Yeah, I probably just want to make it Steel. Especially since it's especially scared of fairy types. Alright, the top moves. let's see how quickly we can get through this. Because they're all pretty good. Tapu Koko, I'm assuming you just want to make electric. I'm sure it probably has some like grass stab, or you can give a grass Terra Blast. But don't really see that really being worth it. I think you just want to hit super hard in your electric terrain, and even if it's just for pivoting, like Volt Switch, is still pretty good. Not to mention, just only having one weakness is very manageable. Tapu Lele, you definitely want to make Terra Psychic. Psychic terrain, it's basically the same thing. And I'm just gonna get out of the way right now. Tapu Boo is probably gonna be the same with, or actually, maybe with Tapu Boo, you want to make it Fairy. Because I imagine it'd be really nice to have, like, Grass Stab and not actually have to worry about grass weaknesses. Especially in our 4 times weakness to poison. I think the only one that might be counter is Tapu Fini. Because its terrain doesn't necessarily boost any of its stab. It already has 2 really good defensive typings. But I don't think making it pure Fairy or Water really helps it that much. So maybe Terra Steel? Make a Terra Steel. It can definitely handle... No, it handles fire easily. It handles fighting easily. And it handles... Yeah, Terra Steel is the perfect one for it. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, here's what's gonna get a little hard for me. Like, I have literally never used any of these, like, Gen 7 legendaries. Other than, like, some of these Ultra Beasts. And, yeah, let's just try to... Let's see if I'll try to do my best. Solgaleo. Full Metal Body. So it, basically just Clear Body. Really good stats all around. Close Combat. Earthquake. Expanding Force. Flare Blitz. Knockoff. Morning Sun is pretty cool and good. Steamroar. Sunsteel Strike. That's a signature. Pretty good. Thunderbolt. So what if good coverage options we wanted it? So what's Psychic Steel weak against? It's weak to fire, weak to ground, weak to ghost and dark. So Fire Ink is definitely an option for it. And Dark is also, but I think just doing that for... Oh, also Outrage, but probably not. You could make it like a pure Steel or a pure Psychic type. Yeah, that's probably what I'm leaning towards. It already has like the best like defensive type in the game. So I think just getting rid of the Psychic weaknesses could still go a long way. And then your fire and ground weaknesses, you'll just have to worry about somewhere else. And with Psychic, you can take care of the fighting. Now Lunala, I think it's probably easier, because its ability is basically multi-scale, and that I know, because I remember that one VGC where like someone brought Umbreon. That was pretty cool. So if you're weak to Ghost, there's Psychic, or there's, not Psychic, there's Dark, and there's Normal. Now, Normal is my favorite type. I'm very tempted to put it there, but let me first make sure that it doesn't have any, like, Dark stab it can use. And it probably does. I'd be shocked if it didn't learn, like, Dark Pulse or something. Let's see here. I'm not seeing... Wait. Dark... Doesn't work Dark Pulse? Okay. To say I'm shocked is an understatement. What can it learn? Okay, not what I was expecting, not gonna lie. Okay, now I have like a... Okay, that's like a really easy excuse to take my Terra Normal. But is it... Actually, yeah, no, because Dragonite has like multi-scale, and Normal's great on it. Sure, it does have extreme speed, but... If you take almost everything in the game neutrally, and if like your second take care of fighting... Yeah, it basically has no weaknesses. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to. Nigaleo, or however you say it. Has good rock and poison, but I'm assuming you probably want to make it this Terra Poison because like not as many weaknesses and probably just more consistent like special attack and like Sludge Wave or Sludge Bomb. I forget your name, but I know who you are. I know you're bulky as hell. Where do we put you in? Types, bug, and then fighting. Buzzwole, yes. And Pyramina's here too, so. Do you have any good coverage that can help with your weakness to flying? Let's see here. Yep, Stone Edge, but maybe you can actually consider that. Because at least you won't have like a 4 times weakness. And if you ever use like in Sandstorm, you can have a special attack boost, which that actually sounds pretty nice, not gonna lie. Primarina can pretty much do whatever it wants. It's a beast with high special and attack. I'm kind of tempted to put it in ice. But I don't know if that's dumb or not. Or it's already frail as hail. Ha, frail as hail. I was putting, I don't know why I was typing hail in the chat. I have a really short attention span. It's not called Primarina. That's. Why am I so like bad today? Like holy crap! What is actually wrong with me? Pheromosa. But yeah, those defenses are god awful anyways. You might as well just make it something like ice. I think with, there's no way I forgot this guy's name too. Ewek? How did I forget so many of these Pokemon's names? Like, this is actually, like, Exurkatry. I swear, I'm actually a fan of the Gen 7 games. I'm so sorry, you guys. You probably just want to make it TERA Ice, though. Just get rid of your rock, or, just hit, like, rock types incredibly hard. Steel Flying is already pretty good. Like, it has, like, I know it has, like, fire coverage. And I know it already enjoys, like, it's a steel and, flying moves. But I don't think it necessarily, or no, there are some offensive sets. So maybe you want to make it, say, like, TERA Flying. Or TERA Steel. It has a lot of coverage. It also has Giga Drain. Oh wait, it has Giga Drain, so maybe just make it TERA Fire, since I know for a fact it can take care of those weaknesses. And it's bulky enough to where it can easily like tank a hit and then like recover anyways. Not to mention it's a rocket ship, so fire makes sense. Oh, I forgot about little chubby not Pikachu. You're probably just TERA Ice as well. I don't really see any reason why you wouldn't want to be there. Not gonna lie. Now, Kartana, I have used. Oh, wait, no. I was gonna put in normal. Because I'm thinking about, like, killing with Giga Impact. But I forgot you need a Z move for that. So, unfortunately, no. TERA Normal Kartana. You hit very hard with fighting. But I also feel like you would appreciate more stuff with steel, but fighting is probably better. And oh, and I forgot, it's steel and grass. It's not steel and fighting. But I feel like you might just want to stay with fighting anyways. Just getting that fighting stab sounds really good. I could be wrong, but I also feel like I can easily take care of its fairy weakness with well, yeah, obviously it could. But what fairy type would actually want to stay in on Kartana? I honestly can't think of any. Guzzlord. I think you just want to give your fairy weakness to just make a TERA Steel. Why not? And now we have the Necrozma forms. This is... I know one of... Oh yeah, that's right, there's 3. Oh, basic course is over there. Yeah, let's just go with the original. So Prism Armor does 3 force damage and super effective attacks. Pretty good stats. Like... Dragon Dance... Dragon Pulse... Has a lot of good moves. I'll probably make this thing TERA Fairy. Not only that, not only like would that be pretty good to handle its like psychic weaknesses, but also if it takes 3 forms and super effective attacks, and if fairies' only weaknesses are 2 pretty like uncommon attacks, or attacking types in the first place, that actually seems like it's way better than it usually is. And fairies already pretty good defensive typing. So let's look at the other 2 forms. Also, the fact that this is an RU is crazy. Dawn Wings. This is a worse Lunala, in all honesty. Or it's probably easiest to put in the exact same tier, not gonna lie. I don't really see any reason why you wouldn't want to. Now, Dustmane already has an extremely good typing in Steel Psychic. But if you played any of Gen 8 Ubers, I think we can simply say that the Psychic type does kind of hold it back a little bit. Just making a pure Steel type seems like it would be amazing. Now, Necrozma, final form you're going to use with a Z move. But if you could... What's Nerve Force? This Pokemon's super effective. Moves against target do extra damage. That's pretty cool. But do you want to make this... Wait, what? Why is there only 2 moves here? What the heck? Why does it only have 2? That's weird. Well, anyways, I guess Fairy. Like, yeah. Or let's see here, Psychic. Yeah, I don't know, Fairy. That seems pretty good. And it seems like it has like the best range, so like it can hit Drag. Or is there something better? Or, no, I'm overthinking it. I think it's already fine. Magearna is terrifying. Just put in Fairy because of its signature move, and then get away. Same with Marshadow. Its signature move is also terrifying. I get PTSD from playing Gen 7 Ubers. Just they'll keep it away from me. And then Naganadel. I think. Oh no, this is Nihilego, and then this is Naganadel. Okay, now I remember them. Gen 7, you used to like love using Draco Meteor. You couldn't do that in Gen 8, but it still worked pretty well. So Gen 9, obviously just give this thing a lot of stab. That seems like that'd be perfect. And then, I guess you want to get rid of your Stakataka, that's his name. Definitely didn't forget, don't worry. Your fighting and ground weakness. Actually, I think flying, funny enough. This thing wouldn't really fly. I don't know how it would. But that's like the best type for it, and I think that's hilarious. But Cephalon, my favorite Ultra Beast. You nuke with Ghost and Fire moves. But since your like Fire move already does like so much gosh dang damage, maybe you want to make it TERA Ghost. Probably better defensively too. Actually, no, maybe make this thing Grass. Because then you have like, then you can take care of like, a lot of the fire weaknesses. Not to mention Grass Stab, Fire Stab, and Ghost. That sounds really good. Zoroaura. Either you want to make this guy TERA Electric, or let's see here. Void Absorb's interesting, but I don't think that changes that much. Acrobatics, Aura Spear, Blaze Kick, Close Combat. Play Rough is good, but I think just no. I'm still waiting on you. Try just doing TERA Electric. That seems pretty good. Not to mention, like, its coverage moves are good, but I don't really see a huge need to like really change your type. I think you just want to hit hard with just like your stab. They already have. And then last but not least, we have Melmetal. And obviously, this guy's going to hit super hard with TERA Steel on Double Iron Bash. There's like no other way around it. So there we go. The best TERA type for every ALOLA Pokemon. Now granted, I kind of regret not doing this with someone else, because I just forgot so many of these names, and I kind of feel bad. But at the same time, like, not really. I really need to play Sun and Moon one day, or replay it. I played both Sun and Ultra Sun when I was a kid. I loved it, but yeah, I should probably revisit it. Well, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed. If you disagree with any of these, let me know. But until next time, I look forward to hearing from you.